putting that together.
Thank you.
And let's give everybody who came here a shout out. It was a kind of a last minute thing, but Tanya, everybody pulled it together, and I really appreciate it. We've been having this event for almost 20 years now, and it just didn't seem right for us not to have it. The Barnes carried this flag for all those years. They always put this together. So we felt it was time for other people to join in and take over, which they did, okay? But I want to say a couple of things that came to me talking to my nephew Lance, right? We were talking about family, and he said, I didn't really know Uncle Buzzy. I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. And a lot of us don't know each other. I didn't know my sister Peggy. She's 22 years older than me. And I didn't know her until I got to be an adult. I mean, know her, okay? That's what I'm talking about is, like, as we're here today, try to talk to people you don't know so that you can learn about them. That's the purpose of it, you know, is for people to get to know who you are, what are you about, what do you do, and this and that, okay? And that's really important. I appreciate that, Lance. And it was true. I want to talk a little bit for a minute just about Buzzy. My brother Buzzy was not born in a hospital. He was born in the apartment where they lived, in the Bronx, okay? Because the ambulance couldn't get there fast enough. All right? Isn't that true, Peggy? He was born. She was there. And he was born in an apartment. And they never took him to the hospital yet. They just said, oh, you're done. All right, we're done. We're out of here. And really, you know? And then, Buzzy, as he got older, he loved milk. That was one of his things, was milk, you know? And he got in an argument with my father over 18-cent quart of milk, okay? But at some point, he did not graduate high school, actually, because of some gym class or whatever. So he left. And he and a friend, in 1957, I was 6 years old. They drove a 1942 Hudson from New York to California. Two black men got in the car with $8 between them, and drove across country, taking all kind of jobs that they could get. And his friend was darker skinned. And when they were washing dishes, he got 25 cents less than my brother. Okay, but they endured this as they went through, and they finally made it to California. Babes was my brother's name. And they were like blood brothers. When you travel that far and endure what they did, okay, you become brothers, right? And he was a walk-on basketball player at USC, right? And he shortly after developed leukemia and died. That tore up my brother. My brother came back home. We had a cousin who was good at manipulating documents, okay? And he created a high school diploma for my brother. And my brother Buzzy got into NYU X-ray technology class, graduated first in his class, and became the head X-ray technician at Albert Einstein and Jacobi Hospital, okay? And he bought a boat, a small boat. He and his wife, Eileen, sailed it up to Cape Cod from Brooklyn. And they said, whoever gets a job here first, we're moving. So she got a job. She was a registered nurse. He was an X-ray tech, and they moved up there. And he met an older man who was going out of the fishing business, and took my brother Buzzy under his wing. He went back to school, got his captain's license, and bought the business. The trade winds forth. Okay? Now, he was the only black captain in all that whole area, and they were very skeptical of what he was going to do and whatever, but he endured that. So he would work in the summer on the boat, and then in the winter at the hospital, but his desire to, not be afraid of change, and his adventurism, influenced me, I left home, I traveled a lot at a certain time, and driving through Europe and Africa and Volkswagen bus and stuff, but I was influenced by him and his adventurism, A lot of the guys up there that worked under him, Michael just mentioned him because he was a mate 1 year for him. Now, this guy named Keith was trained by my brother, and now he has 3 boats. His son has a boat, right? And Amy and I went up there last year, and we went to this bait shop with another captain called Eric, named Eric was. And Eric said, I'm 3rd generation of your brother. I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, your brother taught Keith how to be a captain, and Keith taught me. He said, so I'm 3rd generation. I said, okay, that's cool. He said, your brother's a rock star up here. He said, we love him. He said, he's a rock star for a witness. But he was a mentor. He liked to mentor people. Whether it was showing them how to make something or he was always good with his hands and making stuff. And so his desire to help people, grow and learn if they wanted to was always there. His last days, I give his daughter Charlene big credits. He lived with her last 2 years of his life, and she took care of him like a baby. And he got to enjoy his grandchildren and her, and taught them how to make little boxes, in his pictures. He was always working with them, showing them stuff. So he did get to enjoy that last part of his life, which I really appreciate. So I just wanted to give some background so that you might know more about him than just his name. And I hope that, like I said, we can continue this for many years to come. And the other thing I want to point out, which is so ironic, is poor Michael and Ralph, my 2 nephews, that I haven't seen in 35 years, okay, suddenly appear after my brother is not here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, so there's no coincidence, and not that they replace him, but they soften the blow, because this was his event. He loved this event, and he was planning on coming. So now we have 2 more to add to it. Last year, Junior showed up.
Yes, he did.
We got to keep this going forward.
One love.
Okay? We really do. And I just want to thank everybody. I hope I ain't talking long.
I'm upset because I was told that I didn't like my uncles. And I said, I don't know my uncles. And I called him out of the blue. I didn't know you. We'll talk. And I was upset because I was told that I didn't like them. I don't know you. You don't know me. And I called him, and he said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right." You know, we talked, and hung up the phone. And the next day he called me. He said, "Are you all right? I want to make sure you're all right." From that day on, I was like, "It's okay." And we used to call and we talked. We got to know each other. I didn't know him at all, you know. And I told him I don't know them. I know my aunts. I was never around my aunts. So I was like, but he tried, I tried. We got to know each other. We like to get know the rest of the family. We're all looking different, being different. We're all mixed up. We got everything in us. It's crazy. It ain't just you. It's all of us. We got everything in us. So, welcome and good. We are mixed up. Awesome.
Everybody get it. Okay, so before everybody goes, you got your pictures? You gotta do the wing, man. We gotta have the wing picture.
That was the best picture.
All right, everybody leave.
We're going to leave this way. Left.
We're going left.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, now go this way.
Hey.
Hey.
How you feeling about the party today?
Oh man, I hurt my body, my knees, my legs, but the beer is good.
You're old, we know, but it's okay.
And tired.
And tired. That's good. We got that. Hey, lovely, you came in today. What would you like to say to the family?
So glad to be around everybody. As always, love you. Can't wait to do it again next year.
Thank you, darling. We appreciate you having you. Good. We'd like to have you to say a few words for the family. Would you give us a few words of how you feel about today today? Yes?
I'm glad to be here.
Good.
That's a few.
That was a few. And if you wouldn't mind saying a few words to the camera about how you feel about being in the family reunion this week, what do you have to say? We said a few words. You don't need to hold the mic.
I'm number 11, and I'm also known as Omega.
Oh.
Enough said.
Whatever.
I don't know if you're old enough to be calling me.
No,
Joey.
I'm not.
I don't think so. So
Your name has been Joey.
Joseph to you.
But, okay, Joey, what you like to say to our audience now about the family reunion?
I'm glad everybody made it. Hope everybody gets home safe.
Thank you.
Back the next time.
All right.
It's a little cold outside.
Is that it? You have nothing to say about the reunion?
Having a great time.
Great. Hi. Darling, what would you like to say about family reunion this year?
I'm not allowed to curse because Uncle Lance don't like it.
I can live with that. Hey, nephew, how would you like to say a few words to our camera?
I would like to say
audience?
that the perpetuity of this gathering annually and the perfunctory nature of everybody showing up is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you so much. And there we have the lovely Ebony.
We spoke already.
Yes,
We can speak
you
again.
did?
We spoke right over there.
Oh, I didn't know that. But we always can have you good. Your
Always.
loveliness can always be repeated,
You know,
darling.
I will come to the show anytime. Anytime. I love to be on this
That's right.
channel.
And there's Miss Michelle right now. She's trying to take pictures, but we would like to hear her words on today.
It is beautiful to be with family, to have the love, the affection. This is great. I love it. I love my family. It's beautiful. I had a great time.
She's drunk, but we'll go. I'll be here at the family reunion this year.
Good. Feels nice, loving. Have a good time.
All right. Good. We'll take that. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, there's the other one.